the IRS had already prior set from the Mark McGwire home run record, National League. They said when you get it, whoever catches the ball, you're going to get taxed, whether you sell it or you don't.
Wow.
Right.
Oh my God.
Wow. So then people were up in arms, and then they finally amended it. They said, if you have the intention to sell it, you're going to get taxed, even if you don't sell it right away.
Wow.
Right. So the thing is, they estimate the ball is going to be worth over $2 million. So the thing is, you're going to get bumped up into the highest tax bracket just by catching that ball.
Oh my God.
So the thing is,
Throw
like,
it back.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Elite Sales Podcast. I'm joined this week in studio, Sammy Barriere. Can people hear?
Yeah.
Good. And then we got Mark Banks once again.
What's going on?
So, we had some great training from you last time. This time we got some training to go over Ethos, one of our carriers. It's a new partner that we've gotten. But before we get into that, for those of you that are on the Zoom call, we added the link. We shared the link on there.
Yeah.
So you guys have it for your reference. I just shared it onto the group chat as well on our group meeting. So the thing is, if you guys haven't contracted with them yet, the thing is they've already automatically added everybody in. So you just have to go on there, register, make sure the portal is all set up. Do you guys have any issues with getting your portal set up?
No, it was actually super easy. Like,
Well, yeah.
All right. No, it was actually super easy. It was all done through a text actually. And then it's probably the easiest app to run, period. Like super simple. And I didn't have any issues with it.
Yeah, I pretty much got in right away. Like you said, pretty much you just put your phone number in, shoot you a text with the code, then you're all set up, ready to go. Like 2 minutes.
That's the thing too. With some of these other carriers, you got to create a password, and then a few of these carriers make you change your passwords every, 3 months or something. And so sometimes I'm like, I'm in position. I'm like, I don't remember what my password is.
And sometimes, Americo has 2 ports to sign into before you can write the app. So does Mutual, I'm pretty sure. So that as well, that's a big difference on Ethos. It's just straight to it. So
it's really simple, straightforward. You don't have to even remember your login information, because the thing is, you just go to that site that we shared on there, and the thing is, it'll text you. You'll put in your phone number. It'll text you a confirmation code. You enter it, and then that's it. You're in. So it's really simple. Yeah. So that's as far as the login. There's a couple different features that's a little bit different. Let me just start off by saying, you're never going to lead with this. Okay. So you don't want to start with it. It's 40 points less your FFL comp. So there's other carriers in which you can get paid more. So that's obviously an option for you guys. So Ethos is kind of a situation in which you can send out the link, and we'll get a little bit more into details, but what situations have you guys used it for so far?
So I actually started off with sending out the link like that as well. I sent it out because she was kind of like dragging on, like it was like 1 or 2 or 3 days, like where I was trying to do like an in-person appointment, and then it just never happened. So then I just sent the Ethos over, and then so she opened up the app to start it on herself, like by herself. And then for some reason she was like, you know what, I can't do it. I couldn't figure it out, and whatever it was, she couldn't do it. So I went over and I actually physically finished the app, but the company called her within like 30 minutes of her actually like trying to do the application. And they actually try to close the deal over the phone too. So say that you didn't go and help her in person and do it. The company comes in and they'll close the deal. Cause once she puts her information in, they have access to that. So they called right away. And then he was just like, I'm not gonna, like, I spoke to him too, cause I was there. And he was just like, I'm not going to take the business. He's just there to close the deal. So you still get the credit for it, even if they call and they finish the whole process of the application.
So live rep actually called, or was
live rep will call. Yeah. And he'll go ahead and take care of it, and you'll still get the credit for the policy. So it's like super simple. Like I don't know. It's really, really easy to write them. You know what I mean? That's if you're having issues getting a hold of someone, or someone doesn't might not like you or whatever it may be, you can always send it and try. It's kind of like the last option that we have. But if it goes through, then you end up getting paid. So
That's cool. Wait,
Yeah.
so then it wasn't just some AI. It was just actual person just
No, it was a
called
real
and
person.
follow-ups. I mean,
yeah, it
it's
was
like
a
you
real
guys
person.
have your own free assistant almost.
Yeah,
much.
yeah. It was
That's
a
pretty
full
cool.
real
Someone's
person.
follow-up.
Yeah, yeah. He was really cool, down to earth too, and he like explained everything to me, like how it works and why he called and how I made a mistake on the application and what it was. And he explained everything. He was just like, yeah. So then for the next one, you shouldn't have this issue. But if, in case it does happen, you have us a call, and then we can help finish the application. I was like, dude, this is crazy.
That's awesome. So prior to you sending out the link, did you try to present the traditional way to the client first?
I did. Did
you ever get actually get a presentation in or
No,
never?
no. So it was like fishing forever. And then when she tried to do the application for herself and she couldn't do it, then I was like, okay, I'll go and help you. But I was already committed to Ethos because I had already started with them. So then I just went Ethos,
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely could have went with something else.
So you actually started doing the application live with her on
I did
the
it.
phone?
Yes. Yeah. I did it in person. And then the reason why she got sold on it though, is because when she opens up the link, the first thing that comes up is that 30-year $1 million term. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's when she was like, I never even mentioned that, you know what I mean? And then when she saw that, she was like, oh, I want that. So that kind of sold itself. And then I was just like, all right, well, then go for it, write it up if that's what you want. Then, and it was really inexpensive. It was like $55 for $1 million policy for a 27-year-old. So, for someone that's young, that's kind of hard to build value for life insurance. Like people love money. So you throw out $1 million
Right.
for $55 or whatever it may be, like they're going to be interested.
Right.
I mean,
So-
that's usually how they get the leads anyway. Like, I mean, if you call leads, they're like, oh yeah, we heard about the $1 million for $12.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was like, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Our last company's like 500,000 for $5 a month or something.
Right.
ADB.
So what's your experience been so far, Mark?
Well, the first opportunity I got to use them, it was really just by chance. And I think luck, honestly. So I had a client, she was 44. She didn't really mention any health issues. I asked about prescription drug history. But we went through, I think Mutual of Omaha first, and she got declined. And I was like, okay, anything else going on? You're not telling me, of course. And then she mentioned some hypertension, some other things. So I tried Aetna. That didn't work out. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to use like a guaranteed issue product for her, because whatever's going on, if Aetna is declining you, it's pretty serious.
100%.
So from there, I was like, okay, well, she's 44. AIG starts at 50. And I was like, man, I really want to help her out. I mean, she wants insurance. She wants to get it done. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I lose business. So I was just like, let me just try Ethos. They're brand new. Let me just run it through their system. So I was going through, I got a quote for just basic whole life. She didn't qualify for that. So I was like, man, this is probably not going to work out for her. Which really stunk, because like she was like really adamant about getting it done, obviously. But then on their site, there was another product listed through one of their affiliate carriers, True Stage. So it's actually a guaranteed issue product that starts at age 45, which, the market from 45 to 49, there's a lot of people who are in her situation, might be on dialysis, kidney disease, whatnot, and they wouldn't qualify otherwise. So it just happened that it worked out for her, because her birthday literally was the day after I spoke to her. So I called her the next day. I'm like, hey, you're 45 now. I actually got a carrier that can take you on. She was like blown away. The process was super easy. I just sent her the link. She was able to do it herself. I just called to Ethos to make sure it got done, and like it was smooth. Yeah.
Okay.
Great
So,
experience.
Unlike Sammy, you actually just sent out the link, let her do it all herself.
Yeah. I was like, hey, she wanted it bad enough where it's like, this lady, she has reach. So like, I feel like she's going to get it done. So I just sent her the link. I'm like, this is literally your only option right now. Like, I explored like 15 different companies, based upon what I'm finding. And this is going to be your only option. She was like, yeah, well, let's do it. So yeah, I just sent her the link. She went through, took her like 5 or 10 minutes after I sent it. And then, well, True Stage doesn't update right away. So I just send a message on the Ethos chat, which is also great.
Yep.
So if you're on the portal, they've live agents there that can kind of like give you feedback policy by policy, and they can even contact all their affiliate companies and figure out what's going on. So I had them do that. They verified everything. Yeah, it was like very unique because most experiences with insurance companies don't work that way, where it's like you get that quick response from someone in the portal. And just, I mean, the myriad of options also is pretty good. I mean, yeah.
It's cool. You guys know how to get the paper apps for this company?
No.
No.
There's not. It's 100% online. It's 100% online.
I felt like I was back in high school. Like, that's such a question.
Right? I was like,
Yeah, I feel like that's what it was.
was I supposed to know this?
Answer
Look
quick.
at that.
No, but that was really cool. We were actually joking earlier because I went on there to ask a few questions myself, and I was like, I bet you there's some AI program just replying to me.
Oh, okay.
It's like, yeah, nice try, Julian. Like, that's a real name.
Right.
But
I was gonna say something like I think like the interface, we underestimate how like the interface in 2022, right? Like how nice and how easy to use an interface is the difference of someone filling it out or not. Like that's huge nowadays. Like that will be the difference of someone taking an action and filling something out and completing it or not. Like that's why I think like it's just so important in other aspects of our business, just trying to make things as easy as possible, because even if somebody wants to do something, it's like there's so many distractions. Our brains are just wired differently. That the nice thing about Ethos is just it looks nice.
It is
like,
really nice.
it's
yeah.
really easy to use,
Yeah.
and people want to do things on their own time, man. People
Yeah.
are busy. Like they don't want to sit down for an hour. They might not want to sit down for an appointment. They might be busy, and that's cool. Here's a way for them to do it on their own time when they're sitting down. You know, they don't got to dress and clean the house for someone to come through. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just it's really nice and a nice thing to add to our arsenal for sure.
yeah, and we're all kind of guilty of this. And there's times we were just talking about Yoel and his fashion choices. he went to a physical
I'm in a
Amazon
shark
store
today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he looks
trying,
good.
man,
You
I'm
guys
trying.
can only see him, but
Thank
you know, as far as you know, you go. He went to this physical Amazon location, and what happened there? It picked
Amazon
out stuff
style.
here?
So it's Amazon style. It's in Glendale, I think, Glendale area. So what it does is every item in there, it has a barcode above it, right? So what you do with the barcode is you scan the barcode, you choose the size, and you can get it sent to a locker like dressing room, right? And they're getting it ready for you as you're selecting clothing. So once you say, okay, get ready, you just scan different items that you want, select your size, and it starts to build a kind of like an archive of different pieces of clothing that you like. And then eventually, once you have maybe, I think it's like the limit's like 5 to 10 items, it puts it in the dressing room for you, locks it up, and you can scan your phone, and that's how you get in the locker into the locker room dressing room. But it also provides you with additional clothing based off of the selections that you made, as well as has an interface within the locker room or the locker dressing room to select other pieces of clothing if you like it, and it kind of curates things based off of what you've selected before, and it can deliver it to you in real time. It's kind of cool.
So was it all machines that moved the clothing into the locker room, or were they human beings?
So it was a combination of human beings and machines. And I know that because how they have it displayed there at that particular store is it's like see-through. So you get to see the whole automation process. It's actually really cool for a nerd like me. Like I just saw like conveyor belts and like things like moving, but then also people like verifying, scanning, moving clothing. Like obviously there's still a human element that's required for it. But no, it was like, it's super cool. Everything's like super quick. Like I was actually like blown away. I was like, I cannot believe like rockets cool, Tesla cool, but that like, I mean, it just really blew my mind. Just the speed and the efficiency of it was just like, it blew my mind. It was cool.
And what about the way that you pay for it? Isn't it like you just kind of take it and it charges you to your Amazon?
So that's a
account?
different store that Amazon has.
Okay.
That's the grocery store that they have.
Oh yeah.
This one, you
I
actually, after they do all that, you still have to, get everything that you decided that you
Okay,
wanted
and
and then
pay.
take it and pay for it.
Gotcha,
But
gotcha.
the Amazon store, yeah, that's
Dude,
crazy.
well, what if they combine that?
They
and then
probably
it's, like,
will. They
game
probably
changer?
will.
Right?
Dude, it's
Probably,
crazy.
man.
Probably
Future.
cuts down some of the shoplifting too.
Probably, for sure.
So that's kind of a cool concept. A little bit scary because it's a change. But the thing is, with Ethos, it's kind of the same thing. Once the client if you go through the portal, which I actually went through for a little bit, you can actually watch all the different training modules. So there's different training videos from each step. As far as navigating through the portal, there's like a video that shows what you would see when you're going through the portal. There's a video that shows what the client sees. And then so, it's kind of cool. Like you're watching from each choice that they make, it takes them to another box.
Yeah.
And pops up another thing. So then I was actually coming up with a flow chart, for working with new agents. If this happens, this is what happens. If this happens, this is what happens. So, it's basically the same thing. So, just like with UL's situation, the thing is he came in with a shirt. Everybody commented on his shirt because we're like, it's different. It's different from what he normally would. But the thing is, he said ultimately, you're the one that made the decision to buy the shirt, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So the thing is, sometimes may not know how much they really need, how much they can really afford, how much they, So there's a lot of different factors. So the thing is, getting them started with the process is like half the battle, right?
Yeah.
Now you were Mark. You were talking about. Well, you and I had this conversation because you were going with Ethos quite frequently after that.
Oh yeah.
So was there a thought process behind that rather than sticking with our traditional platinum carriers?
And not that I have an issue necessarily with people providing their private information, but Ethos just really kind of takes that barrier down where it's like you're gonna be putting in your own information. It just looks very professional, like presentation wise. So honestly, after that, I was like, I bet I can reach a lot more people doing this. Is this in my end all be all? No. But is this another great weapon that I have to use? Absolutely. So when I find the opportunity, I'm like, heck yeah. Like I put it on my Instagram profile, put it on my Facebook. I'm going to make QR codes and just put it around the city. I mean, why not? I mean, affiliate marketing, like the potential is so large because it's such an easy process and it doesn't involve you. Like I like hard work, but I also like passive income. I like being able to just sit back and money is being made without my interaction or much interaction for me. Because literally they can go through the whole process without my involvement.
That's crazy. That's a game changer for sure.
Yeah.
Like you can run ads on Facebook and just do your post and run an ad and just market where you want to market, and people can sign up by themselves. Yeah,
Literally.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
You gave me a great idea. My mind is like blowing right now. That's smart. That's
you
smart.
gotta think outside the box. You know what I mean? But that platform is crazy. Yeah. That is.
I mean, imagine you got a celebrity who has a huge following, put a QR code in a video, put a QR code on a post.
Oh my God.
All that traffic.
Yeah, I wonder how well that would convert. That'd be really interesting to see. I mean, it depends on how you would like label it. You'd say like free quote or like free, just you got to have some way to hook people.
Market. Yeah.
Dude, that's like such a good idea for sure.
Well, we were kind of talking about that idea. We actually, I went on Instagram, just copied one of their ads and just put my own link in there. So we all get individual links. So you have a unique link assigned to you. And here's also another thing I learned. If typically they have the marketer name, so they have the agency name. So it'll say like FFL Elite invites you to. That's what it's popping up in your guys.
Yeah.
Or generational.
Generational. Yeah.
So it'll say your name though. It'll say like Samuel.
Your photo.
It'll say your name under.
Yeah.
So if you update, you guys go in the settings. So once you log into the portal, if you go in settings, you can upload your photo, put your nice smiley face on there. You can also change the name, so you can put in your name directly instead of generational elite. So then you just have to go into settings. We're part of that section that says DBA. You can just put whatever name. So if you want to put like the insurance dude, you can put that. So I mean, I guess putting your name would probably be the most professional.
Yeah.
Unless you want to rep for the agency, you're welcome to do that. But yeah, just so when that email comes out to people or they click onto that link, they know who it's coming from.
Yeah. It does have your email and your phone number on there though when you send it out. It has all and your name and stuff.
I would say probably like strategically, it'd probably be smarter. Just depending on how you're acquiring these leads would be how you would want to position yourselves as far as what data you'd want on the first page, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're giving it to an affiliate, you probably just want the company there.
Yeah.
If you're giving it directly to your ecosystem, you probably want yourself there. Just be more thoughtful about it. dude, that's like it's cool that they give you that flexibility. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the one thing we've noticed, Yoel and I have these conversations all the time. People don't utilize their social media enough. So the thing is, you guys already started thinking about how do we drum up more business out of this thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's something that people need already. So the thing is, most people, what do you guys think, in your opinion, is the reason why most people don't go out and seek for insurance? I don't have the answer. I'm just trying to get some feel from you guys.
Why people don't go out?
Yeah, why don't they go
themselves and
seek out insurance on their own?
that's a great question. I think that man, people just don't want to do it. Like at the end of the day, I feel like they just don't want to, like they want to do it, but they don't want to do it. And it kind of takes some coaching. Like no matter what, in any situation, it takes some type of coaching. Because I don't think that there are people, but like majority of people don't want to do it unless like, they're explaining and how it works and the value of it, why they should do it. Because a lot of people I talk to are like, why should I pay for something that I'm never going to see the benefit from?
Right.
I get that. And I get where people are coming from. I don't agree with that, but I get it.
So not really thinking it out.
Yeah, I think sorry, I'm like
Go ahead.
hijacking this, but I think it's a lot. Well, one, it's like mainly the rebuttals we get, right? Like I think one, they don't feel like they can afford it. Two, they don't think they'll qualify. Three, like they think, oh, I'll just save the money, but it's like, well, what if you die tomorrow? You got like $12, like good job, you save money. But a lot of different reasons, but I think the main one is like just the unknowns, right? Like I just don't know. People don't understand it. They don't know how it works. And and I think the one that's like overarching is like, they don't want to think about death. It's funny. I was talking to my roommate and I was just I forget what I was talking about, but it was something in regards to insurance. And he's like, man, that's like, it's just so sad. Like, I can't even like think about that. Like the fact that you're just casually like talking about like death and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, like I'm like kind of numb to it now. But as agents, we're numb to it. But some people, they just don't even want to think about it, So that might be another reason.
That's actually what I was gonna say. I was gonna say most people don't think about like life insurance or anything like that until it's up in their face. You know what I mean? Like most of the stuff that we see on Instagram or social media, we don't really think about or know about until it's in our face, and then we're like, oh, what's this? And then you start looking into it. You know what I mean? So if you just put it out there in people's faces and they see it, then it'll build that interest. You know what I mean? But other than that, people aren't really looking for it. People are just on the internet doing whatever they're doing. But if you start posting ads and start putting it out there and people start looking at it and seeing it, they'll be like, oh, maybe let me look into this. The least I can do is look into it, see what it's going to cost and blah, blah, blah. And then I have an idea. You know what I mean? It changes that from them not even ever looking into it or ever seeing it or ever being interested in it. You know what I mean? If you just put it out there, eventually people are going to see it,
Right.
You just have to, that's what I think. I think people don't look for it, but if you see it, then you're going to be like, oh, what is this? Because my girl does that all day. You know what I mean? So I know.
It's like AI and all that stuff. Just
Yeah.
showing her stuff.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
exactly.
yeah, show her some
exactly.
You were
cheaper,
looking
show her
at
some cheaper
sad
stuff.
photos and death
Right.
a minute ago.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of those are probably the biggest things. It's more the unknown. So people don't think they can qualify. They think it's too expensive. They don't even know how the process starts. They think someone's gonna rip them off. Like I don't know. Could be a plethora of different things. But the thing is, it's just generally an unpleasant thing to think about. So with most people, like in their entire lives, they just avoid the difficult thing. They rather just deal with it later, keep kicking that can down the road, just deal with it when it comes. But as we know in this situation, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, for me personally, as I talked about this last week, there was a little fire in my house, and then the garage, got burned, a couple of walls. So the thing is, I didn't know anything about my homeowner's insurance. I only when I looked it up, I'm like, oh, there's a maximum coverage amount for a detached structure. That was for 30,000. I'm like, I wouldn't have known. Like I wouldn't look into it. You guys watch baseball?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
One of the few people, because ratings have been down. But with Aaron Judge, he was on record to break the all-time AL home run record, right?
Mhm.
So the thing is, every time I had the TV on, and then he was at bat, they'd cut away, they're like, hey, we're gonna interrupt the show,
Oh yeah.
interrupt
for that
whatever to show,
advertisement.
see if he's gonna make history. And every time, of course, it was like a walk or or a ground out or something, right? So it was a lot very, very anticlimactic. But when he finally hit it a couple of days ago. Some guy caught it. And the thing is, the IRS had already prior said from the Mark McGuire home run record, National League, they said when you get it, whoever catches the ball, you're going to get taxed, whether you sell it or you don't.
Wow.
Right.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So then people were up in arms, and then they finally amended it. They said, if you have the intention to sell it, you're going to get taxed, even if you don't sell it right away.
Wow.
Right. So the thing is, they estimate the ball is going to be worth over $2 million. So the thing is, you're gonna get bumped up into the highest tax bracket just by catching that
Oh
ball.
my God.
So the thing is,
Throw
like,
it back.
well, they said like if he's not playing on selling, if they gave it back to the team, he wouldn't be. But you know, that's crazy. I mean, like, who prepares for something like that? Because the thing is, you're sitting in the outfield, you catch a home run ball, you think it's a historic moment.
Yeah.
But the
You're
thing
like,
is, you're gonna pay money for it.
That's
Yikes.
You know what I would do? I would
always don't
catch it.
play.
I would hold it up. I'd be like, I got the ball. And then like I would be known as the guy that caught the ball. And then I just give it to someone else.
Oh, sure.
Well, I
Let me
don't
get my
know.
pictures. Right.
Well, if you sell it for $2 million, you get taxed on it. Thing is, you're still coming up.
Yeah. That's
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but do you have
true that.
can you float that for when tax
Right.
season comes up? I don't know how do they enforce that?
That's crazy.
Look, I mean, it's the
Use your
IRS. They're not
bank
gonna
I would
forget.
leave, bro.
Iris don't play.
They'll find a way.
Especially with that new bill, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're
Biden.
out here. Trust me.
Yeah.
They're
We'll
out
have
here.
Plenty of ways to get it.
But getting back to ethos,
Yeah.
the thing is, if you don't use your social media enough, there's different marketing materials on the site, on the portal. So if you go on the portal, I've also downloaded this onto our team drive, so you can go on there, so you can access all these different just little images and little, like, for at a 30-year-old, you can get $1 million for $20 or whatever.
Or
it
like
is,
copy
right?
and paste stuff.
So you guys can just post your stories, copy your link, add it on there. I mean, if you guys have any questions, reach out to Yoel, reach out to one of us. But also, if you guys want to get a little creative, you guys want to come up with your own ads. The thing is, just remember, carriers want to make sure that their information is being spread out there accurately, as not depicting them in some type of wrong light. So the thing is, if you come up with your own ad, which I highly recommend, if you guys have the time or interest to do it, come up with your own, like, say, have you thought about, but if this happens, you can reach out to me, or you can click on the link, sign up for your own insurance, whatever it may be. Better delivery than that, obviously.
Yeah.
But then if you do that, you can actually upload it onto the portal. It's an approval. So then they just have to check to make sure you didn't say anything inaccurate or misleading or whatever the case is. And then after that, you can use it. So remember, for compliance reasons, don't just go and create a bunch of crazy random ads and then
I'm gonna do a
use our name.
billboard.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you can
Why
always
not,
Smart,
right?
well, the thing is, you can always market yourself. You
Yeah.
don't if you don't use their name.
Oh yeah.
That's it. But
But just put
Like
their link.
Adriana's insurance.
Or
you know,
like
just-
Veronica, the Veronica.
Yeah, oh yeah, Veronica. Yeah.
She's everywhere,
Dude,
bro.
Literally.
right?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I was like, this is the most random place I saw her.
Marketing, bro. That's
So I was at
crazy.
the DMV getting a license, right? Getting a new license. And I needed to study the test. So they gave me the little pamphlet, right?
Mhm.
Third page, I just see a big photo of her, like
Oh,
on a
man. She's
driving
everywhere.
test
Dude, she's
pamphlet.
smart.
I
Everywhere.
was like, this is so
She's probably
random.
closing $1 million a
Her
month.
marketing is
She has
herself.
to be.
crazy
She has
for
to be.
sure. For all that
she's getting
advertising.
an extra boost from you guys talking about her.
Right?
100%.
I need
You
to
need
cut.
your card,
I need to cut.
So any one of you guys could be just as ubiquitous as that.
Dude,
Here you guys just put in the
Right?
time and
Honest.
come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Not really
Honestly.
though.
And consistent
We have
branding.
all kind of tools. Like, why not?
100%.
We don't know what she does. I mean, we know obviously generally what she does, but
Yeah.
we don't know how she runs her business. We don't know
Anything.
what carriers, what products, whatever. But the name's
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I mean, it's the same concept as buying leads. Like if you're going to spend money on leads, you could part of that budget could be on advertisement. Obviously,
Yeah.
you want to like make sure that the process works, kind of trial and error that. But yeah, I mean, you have to market. You have to
Yeah.
put it out there. She's smart. I mean, that's huge.
I'm sure we all live in different areas and we all know who she is.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Like you say her name in LA, everyone knows who you're talking about.
yeah. Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's necessarily that smart. It's just she made a commitment,
Yeah.
or she had the foresight to give her credit. to know that it's going to make a difference in your business. The thing is, if someone's going to go out and get something, would they rather go with a known commodity or just randomly
Joe Schmo.
throw a dart?
Yeah. Something they see more often. That's what I'm saying. Just putting stuff out there, so people see it, get familiar with it, and they're like, oh, I've seen this before. I've seen this advertisement or ad or whatever it is. I've seen this before. Let me finally check it out. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if you put it out there enough times, for sure, someone's gonna eventually click on it, or that's
And honestly, like the thing is about it, she probably spends millions of dollars. Like it probably, I mean, that spot on the pamphlet, we see her on buses, on benches, on billboards, like
oh yeah,
it's millions of dollars. Like she already needed to have made money in order to even market herself. And it's just obviously compounding her business.
Yeah.
The thing with social media, it's something that you can just do for free.
Right.
That's the nice thing about it. You can just put stuff out. So it's like, I mean, we appreciate that for sure. So just be mindful of that. It's like we push social media because everyone can do it. You could be in the negative and still do social media, because if you have a phone, you can post.
Yeah.
So just remember, keep in mind, you got to drip on people. It's not going to, you may not see results right away, but after a while, people see you enough. They're like, oh yeah, that guy or that girl.
Circle back. I was just talking to the dude, like circle back with anyone that you have a conversation with regarding this, or whatever it may be. Like a client that I set up for this Saturday. I think I hit her up maybe 3 months ago, and then I was trying to set an appointment with her and her daughter, and she kept like no, or like rescheduling. So I left her alone for like 2 months, and I just called her today out of nowhere just to call her. And she answered, and she was like, hey, whatever. She said she's not doing well. I was like, oh, well, we need to take care of this like ASAP. You know what I mean? Like, let's schedule something. So then she was like, it was a complete different attitude. And she set an appointment with me on Saturday at 10 a.m. And then I set it early, so I make sure that like she doesn't leave. She's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm going to be there probably way before 10 a.m., just to make sure that it's a solid appointment. You know what I mean? And all it took was me just going through my phone book and being like, oh, I forgot about this lady. Let me call her back. You know what I mean? So
did you set an alarm for yourself or a reminder for yourself to circle back? Or
that's what's kept me in business for so long, with like the way that I kind of write business, is just always going back and circling back with clients that either signed up or haven't signed up. I do both. So I'll just send them a text or a call, see how they're doing. And then just, like she actually bought policy off of me, but she asked me how much it was. And I was like, oh, it wasn't that much. We did a 15,000 Americo. At the time, that's all she could afford. And she's like, oh, well, I want to leave more for my kids. I was like, oh, we can take care of that on Saturday for sure. So all off of me just like following up.
Follow-up's important. I mean, we remember that story where you mailed it out to that dude.
Man,
you followed up.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like I would say 30% of my new business every month is from old leads that I talked to 2 or 3 months ago, 4 months ago, that were just like, man, right now it's not good. Because most of the time when people are shopping, they're thinking like, I'm going to purchase here in the near future. Like when you're looking for a car, you're not always necessarily looking to put a down payment today, but you're looking to just kind of see what the prices are, but put your pennies in order, and then move forward when you're ready. Also, people like to see that you're committed, because there's so many fakes and frauds out there perpetrating, and the way that you can tell that someone's a fake is like, they don't follow up. They just call you one time and it just seemed weird and you never talk to them again. But if you're calling them all the time, like I've had clients open up their phone. They're like, hey, Mark, like, how's it going, man? Yeah, I know what you're calling about. Yeah, it's the insurance. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. So that's just part of the game. You're missing, if you like, I never give up on a lead. Like, I will call it until they tell me no. Like that, and even then, I'm like, okay, so 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll call you back then.
Exactly. Just not right now. That's really
right.
what it is.
No is not right now.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's really cool that you guys are so diligent about follow-up. So the thing is, if you're not that diligent about follow-up, or you don't have a system and how you can follow up, it's one of the great things about Ethos too. You email the link out to the client, so you get their information, put their email in, email them the link. Once they get that, it's going to continuously drip on them. So it's going to follow up in place of you having to do it. Because the thing is, if you didn't look through your phone, you wouldn't have called her.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's one way to kind of help your business. If you just enter that. Now, the thing is, we also looked into, originally we were told that you can upload a whole list of all your leads. Turns out that that's not the case, not yet anyway. So you have to individually just enter the information. So you can just drop the email in there, so you have to send it out manually one by one at this point.
Is it email or other data? Like, what do they go off of? Email, phone number,
Email.
only? Okay.
So you can start out that way. I think once they actually look into it, once the client actually clicks on the link, if they start their information but they don't follow through, if they have their phone number, they'll start
That's when
texting
they
them,
call us.
calling them,
Yeah.
doing that whole process. So the thing is just the key with everything else, you got to get started. So figure out a way to just get your foot in the door. If you have a lead for somebody that's TCPA compliant, so if it's a mailer or something else, you can't upload that. But if you get any of the internet leads that we use through the Internet Lead Center, you can upload all of them one by one. If you have downtime, do it during then. Don't do it during the prime dialing hours or times when you could be going out and seeing clients. If you're using a phone burner or you're dialing manually, you have time in between. That's good use of your time. So try that out. Is Mike on here? Micah Durkers was supposed to be joining us today. He's got some information to share. One of the most technical guys that we got. Yeah, he said be joining at some point, but if he's not on, sorry, we'll catch him later.
Probably right in business.
Was that?
He's probably right in business.
No. Could have just had sent out ethos and just get on the show,
Right.
So as far as after completing the application, what's next? Have you guys figured out the pay schedule, how quickly it pays out, the full commission, all that stuff?
It's a good question. So it kind of depends on the affiliate, but I would say it's like a 2-week turnaround. It's like 7 to 10 business days. They wait for the draft to clear. But you can follow along the whole process. Once the client is all set up, the client has their own portal, and you can go in there and it gives you a status of where everything's at in the process, when they're expected to be drafted, and then it gives you like payment information once payment is cleared. So basically you write the piece of business, it takes 7 to 10 business days. That following Thursday, if it's in before Thursday, then following Friday they'll pay you out. So it's 2 weeks, pretty much.
Have you got paid on yours yet?
Yeah, I got paid. It was about 2 weeks exactly.
Okay. Was it the full commission?
It was. I think it was the full commission.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a big. It was yeah.
So whatever's relative to your FFL comp, instead of typically most carriers advance you 75% up front. So generally, for the most part, sell a policy, they draft 1 month, you get paid for 75% of your commission up front. With Ethos, they pay you the full commission. So the thing is, the way it's set up is it's paid on settle, which means after the first payment goes through, and anything up till Friday, whenever it hits before Friday, you get paid the following Thursday. So that's the pay cycle. So they do pay weekly rather than daily, but that's staying.
Okay, it's not. That's why we don't rely on that though. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's if we have to go that route, that's what we use. You know what I mean? But it's a great product. But that you want 48 hours and you go America. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And what's nice is on the portal too, when you're picking out the products, it tells you like by product what the comp will be. Because they have 2 different whole life products, one provided by them and one by one of their affiliates, and then 2 term products, same thing. So the comp's a little bit different. So you can see which one's gonna have a little bit better comp. Obviously, Ethos has the highest face value available, but the other one's pretty competitive pricing too. But yeah, the comp's all right there. You just pick the plan, you and the client, and then from there you pretty much just send them that particular offer that you've chosen for them, either via email or via text, and it's like they're good to go after that. Like it's amazing. Like that's beyond simple.
So when you complete the application, you guys get an email notification that it's done, that they've completed on their end.
Well, there's like it just shows you like a tracker, like person is received, then it shows you when they get approved, then it shows you when they actually finish the application, and like
So
the whole process.
you tracked it yourself. I tracked it myself too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I kept tracking it like myself. I went on there and tracked it. Actually, I don't know if I did get an email or not, but I just stay on top of the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anytime you write something, you're definitely going to watch
Right.
the process.
Yeah.
And if something comes up, then you're going to call the carrier and figure out what you need to do. You know,
Yeah.
I take all that like very serious. So I just track everything.
You know, I didn't know that there's an email. I was just checking with you guys.
Yeah. No, some carriers do. That's why.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if I received it. I don't think I
Yeah, I just logged into the portal earlier, and just if you go onto all your cases, I'm like, man, there's been a lot of activity. As far as it'll tell you, all these quotes have been sent out. They started the application, they completed the application, they've been approved. So I mean, you can actually go on and track all your business, and if you're an agency owner, it'll track all your downline too. So really cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really simple process. You can either take control of it, run the quote yourself, do the application for the client, or send them a link, let them do it on their own. So that's just information for you guys to hopefully add to your existing repertoire. But once again, with platinum partners like Americo, Prosperity, AIG, if you get a chance to see people in person, which you still do, right?
Yeah.
You still do virtual and telesales.
For the most part, I've done a couple in person.
Yep.
Um,
So you guys still try to lead with those other carriers first.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you got to think about the comp. I mean, obviously, we're trying to do what's best for the client.
Yeah.
The pricing, though, I mean, their term products are very competitively priced, but whole life wise, they're actually not that competitive. They're actually $20 or $30 more expensive than like Foresters or Americo or some of the other carriers or Mutual. So I mean, yeah, it's once again, it's a last option. I use it mainly for people that I feel like I can't lock them down on a time to meet. So, hey, you know what? I get it. You're busy. I'm busy. Here's a link. All you got to do is set it up. You know, if I gave them a quote already, perfect. If I haven't given them the quote already, I can just send them a link and they can put their information in. They walk through the process. It asks them, you know, do you have a mortgage? Do you have any children? And then it designs the plan for them. And it's just like me presenting it pretty much.
That's kind of a cool thing too. It just follows through the steps. Like
Yeah.
if you don't know what to show, you can just send them the link.
If
They'll
you're
figure out what to show.
Yeah.
if you're a new agent, that's perfect because it's like most new agents struggle because they have no structure in their presentation. They don't know how to lead it. So it's like all you got to do is just send them the link and then it's going to ask them all the right questions and then provide the program that's going to work best for their situation.
Right.
No brain work at all.
Yeah. So there's zero case management with it. It's 100% online. Really simple process. Also, it says 90% approval rate. So, you know, with the various carriers that they have on there, they also reinsure through a couple carriers too. So, I mean, there's just a ton of options. So if you guys are new, you know, keep it simple. Americo, Prosperity, AIG, can't go wrong with those. But for the people that you can't ever get a hold of, people that don't want to give you their information over the phone, people that say they want to think about it, send them the link. And get their email, send it out to them, let that process follow up. That's it. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, I guess if Mike is not on, we'll get him on next time. But for all of you guys, if you guys haven't set up your ethos yet, go to that link, you know, sign up for it. And then also this is another tool if you guys are looking to build a team for people that may not necessarily believe they want to get in sales, which we talked about that. I didn't want to get in sales. I got tricked into it. But the thing is, if I never got that opportunity, I wouldn't be here. So that for a lot of other people, I mean, the thing is, they may not necessarily want to go and actively sell, but they know people that could use insurance. We can get them set up with their own link. If people sign up through their affiliate link, they will get paid on it. So, you know, it's just a win-win opportunity. And if there's anyone on here watching, you're not currently contracted, reach out to one of us. We'll get you guys set up. So, anything else you guys want to share about why they should go with Ethos?
I say just write it, and once you see how simple it is, you'll be like, "Oh, dude, it's a great tool. It's a great product.
Yep.
It's really good."
I think it's important to go through the process yourself. What really sold it for me was I just went in. Anytime I get a new carrier, I kind of like just want to see for myself how it all works because I hate being like caught in a presentation. Like, what's the next step? Like, oh, is there going to be an email? So I went through the whole process, got approved for the 2 million. And I was like, wow. Because like it just asked me a couple questions. It's like, oh, do you have a house, you have kids, blah, 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 blah. Who you want to protect? That's another thing that I really like. They really pull at the heartstrings. They're like, they ask you your beneficiary names before anything else. And then
Smart.
they're like, oh, don't you want to make sure that, you know, you're getting protection for John, or this protection's for, like, they always like keep like reiterating that, which I think is great. So, and yeah, and then the whole process, I got through, got approved, and then I didn't complete the application, but now I'm still getting emails saying like, hey, make sure you apply. And I got an email today saying like, hey, you've got 1 day left to apply. So really, like, you know, it kind of puts the crunch on people, so you don't have to apply that pressure. It's all automated, which is like, just takes all the work off your plate.
You just
Very
need that
nice.
email. That's
Yeah,
it.
literally.
That's cool.
Cool. Well, JP just popped on the screen. I just want to say congratulations, first of all.
Look at him. What are you
Oh,
eating?
I know.
Congrats, man. What are you eating?
I'm eating that ice right now. I'm eating ice.
You're muted, buddy, by the way.
Dad life, huh?
Where your
Oh,
mic's
can you
at.
guys hear me or no?
Your mic on your end.
It says,
Our audio is working, right?
can you guys hear me or no?
Oh, we can't hear you, JP.
Hold
I see you. Oh, there you go.
we
Oh, there you
Might
go.
be it. Might have been us.
Okay, now can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was actually chewing some ice. I was on a call trying to close some deals, man.
I know. Well, it's cool. Hey, congratulations on the baby, first of all.
I heard that
Congrats.
Jean-Pierre part deux. Thank you so
awesome,
much.
man.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So have you tried out Ethos yet? Have you had any?
Yeah.
Activity
Oh,
with
actually, I was talking to a client this morning. So the guy wanted a term policy. I knew America wasn't going to accept them. So I said, hey, let's try out Ethos. I sent him over the email right now, and we're going to see how that goes. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a great option for people that, number one, we know that we can't cover them with John Hancock or America for a larger term. Let's try Ethos. Let's see what they say. So yeah, I like it. I like the opportunity to be able to have more products for sure.
Simplified issue, no medical exams, 100% online. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's just something, just additional bullet in the chamber, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you know, like what you guys are saying, obviously you want to make sure that we're using Americo, Prosperity and AIG for our primary carriers. But when you think about it, we have a lot of people, not necessarily a lot, but there's always people that are outliers that we can utilize this service for and make a lot of money. Because if they advance you 12 months, I mean, that's awesome, you know, so you can really, you know, use that to help propel you in your business and utilize these advances to put more money back into your business, you know? So yeah, I'm looking forward to growing a big business with Ethos for sure, for my outliers, you know?
And then you do stick with the main carriers for the majority of your business, right?
If you guys could see my screen, I only write Americo. So I remember maybe about a year ago, me and you, we probably had some conversations. I was telling everyone that I was writing only Aetna because the application was a lot easier to do over the phone. But if you really want to maximize your business and you really want to make a lot of money, just write Americo. That's just, I mean, I really don't even write Prosperity and AIG. I try and put everyone through Americo. So with our prime carriers, we have to really utilize the ones that take care of us, the agent. As I was talking to one of my agents the other day, and I said, hey, when people pass away, all the carriers, they take care of the clients. Let's utilize the company that takes care of the agent. You know, they all pay out the client as long as they didn't, you know, lie on their application or commit suicide, their family is going to get paid out. So let's make sure that we are getting paid out as well. So Americo is my definite prime carrier for sure.
And tell everyone about the bonus that, you know, if you're loading all your business onto Americo, aside from the high comp, instant decision, easy application, what about the bonus?
The bonus is incredible. I'm just looking at my Americo right now. Even if I slow down, like, which I won't, I'll still get $7,000. Even if I slow down in December, more than likely I'll hit probably
7 families.
7,000 in bonus.
Bonus.
Yeah. So I'll probably get anywhere between a $10,000 to $15,000 bonus in December for writing mostly Americo. Just straight cash, $10,000, just extra.
And that typically comes at the beginning of December. So right before Christmas comes, for those of you that didn't save and your family's going to be angry at you if you didn't get them nice gifts. You know, JP smart. He knows
He knows what he's doing.
He's gonna put all his business stuff. He's getting paid right now,
Right.
which is when you have a baby and you got adult grown up bills to take care of. But the thing is, you're paying yourself for the future with that 10% bonus. You get every 6 months, your Americo total 10%. So if you write, we have a lot of great carriers, but you write a little bit here and there, it dilutes away from your bonus.
Yeah.
So if you have the option to do it, Prosperity also pays a 10% quarterly bonus. So that's pretty cool too. So if you stick with either one of those two and just load as much business as you can onto those two, Christmas time comes around, you got that part taken care of.
Yep. And then Al, I want to tell your guys, check this out too. For a lot of you guys that have been here for a while, you can utilize your bonus to take care of your taxes and you have nothing come out of pocket. Just imagine that. Yeah. Just think about it like this. So this is how I'm structuring my business now. And I wish I would have listened to Albert a lot sooner. Instead of writing primarily Aetna, now I write, almost everything Americo, is that I can use one of my bonuses to take care of my taxes for the whole year. I never have to pay the IRS again because Americo is paying them.
Yep.
Look at it that way. So, I mean, there's so many ways you can play with it. So we got to definitely, use the carriers that take care of us.
JP, I got on late, but you need to do that again and then send that to Bobby Bridges.
Hey, Bobby's paying my tax bill right now with that bonus, so I appreciate you, Bobby.
The IRS is right now furiously taking notes.
Let's take this seriously. Let's just take a step back from the business. We all have to pay our taxes at the end of the year, being a sole proprietor or however you're running your business. If you have an LLC or S corp, just imagine that you never have to pay taxes again because one of our carriers will pay you a bonus that should be enough to cover most of your tax bill, if not the whole thing.
Okay, now I'm really being serious. I need you to record that because when I send out my ethos plug for opportunities, I want the same look, the same everything persona, so they know the benefit of coming to work with us, with Americo.
That's true. I mean, it's very true. So you can structure your business however you like, but with Americo, they've definitely blessed us, and I know that's why Sean Mike, loves them so much, is because they take care of us. And I promise you this: our main goal is obviously to protect the client, but our second goal, and I would say even tied with number one, is taking care of ourselves. And if Americo can take care of the agent, I'm rocking with them all day. So let's keep pushing Americo and keep getting these bonuses. So, I'll probably get around 12 to 15,000 in December, which will come in, very handy.
That's pretty cool because the thing is, obviously you can save, we're 1099. So if you can save for the taxes, that's one thing, but you save up all this money and then when tax time comes around, you to pay it, it's painful.
Oh, it's all the time.
But if you have a designated bonus check, just put aside for that. It's nice feel. Whatever you decide to do with it, this is not financial advice. So you can choose to do whatever you want with your money. However, if you have an opportunity to build up a bonus, doing what you're already doing instead of diluting things and just putting business everywhere, stick with the ones that are going to pay you the most.
100%.
And on top of and the ones once you can't get a hold of, use ethos. So hopefully that was really helpful. JP, once again, congratulations on helping 51 families for the month of September, which is
awesome.
Your personal career high so far.
Yeah, that's my best so far without annuity volume. So that's only live. Yeah.
Good job, man.
Cool. Great job. Really proud of you. And then happy for you and Esme for the baby, and hope everything. If you guys need help babysitting, let me know.
Yeah, the baby's already smart, man. I think he's gonna babysit himself. Like he's
watching himself right now.
We just left him on the balcony. You know what I'm saying? He's doing all right. He's doing his thing. So I appreciate it. Thank you for the great leadership, and let's all keep killing it.
Awesome. Well, cool. Appreciate the input, Mark and Sammy. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Yoel, fun talking about your clothing adventures. So for everyone else that's on here, if you guys have any questions, reach out. But otherwise, let's go out there. Let's continue to push for that 45 million for the month of October. Let's go out there and be elite, guys.